All right, cool. Let's go fix everything on
Okay,
Twitch.
let's go and see what you're seeing, so we can just all. Is this gonna be on your Twitch stream?
Yeah,
Do this-
I'll do the Discord stream as well. I'm just gonna make sure everything's set up first.
Let's get
Maybe
Buck
one more.
Wild. I love it.
First.
So
Buck
I
Wild,
officially
I love it.
don't actually like it.
First.
So I officially
it.
don't actually
Alright,
like
cool.
I hate the idea of tier lists, and I think
Yeah,
now we're
like-
the right people to make them.
Yeah,
This is like-
dude, this is what my most viewed YouTube video of all time is me and Craig just making a tier list, and people fucking hated it, or people
Yeah.
loved it. But it was funny because that's my camera. I don't want that on. Share my screen. Because people in the comments would be like, "Oh my God, you guys, doesn't make any sense. You put so and so in A tier," and I'm like, "Did you read
Yep.
the
Give me
premise?
those rage clicks.
Did you read the
whole-
premise?"
Your premise was specifically like we don't give a shit about tier lists, right?
Yes. Why have I lost my mouse? I have lost my mouse. Fabulous.
Can we randomize the?
It's there.
I can't
the
see it
order?
anymore.
So not like alphabetical.
I was
there's
gonna
my
see.
mouse. Okay, cool. What am I mouse? It's alphabetical, I believe, like up to a point. Oh no, it's totally alphabetical. Someone made this. So yeah,
It's
we got all these
latest,
dudes.
got everything latest. It's got. There's even Immortal. Okay.
Yeah. We're
Yeah,
good.
it's
double
got
Modok.
literally
Spice-
everything.
We're live.
Can't wait to tier list a character who I've gotten multiple characters I've
Right?
gotten zero.
Such an
reps in.
easy
Yeah.
character.
And-
So
the Modok one.
Yeah.
there's there's double Modok. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
totally Modocs.
So or do you want to do alphabetical order, or do you want to do it from start to back to finish, back to front?
Alphabetical, because then it'll make the list smaller. You don't have to scroll up and down the whole time.
And we think less that way, so that's good.
That is true. Okay, Agent Venom,
Ooh.
I think is a solid B tier,
I'm with you on B.
like a bit player. And I
Yeah,
want
or-
to
And you
bro.
spent a whole weekend with him. What do you think?
before I
He's a solid bro.
yeah I think before I get into it, I have 7 tiers here. We might not use all of them. Some might get moved around and shit. S is like splashed everywhere, extremely good. Change a ballistas by being in it. A is extremely good in affiliation. If they're in your affiliation, you're playing every time. B is in affiliation, you're playing them, or like they're splashed elsewhere. B is played in affiliation, maybe not an every game character. C is a bit player, like a total bit player. He can honestly go down to C, debatably. No, I think B actually. He's got a lot of
I
toys.
think he's B because he's got some plays where he actually does really good.
C is rarely played in affiliation. D is only played in affiliation. E is not played in affiliation. F is like this character's just bad. Amazing. I think amazing's a C.
Yeah, he's like the definition of a C. Like you never see him outside of his affiliation.
No, and even in affiliation, he's not always
Do you,
played.
do you
Um,
see Agent Venom outside of his 2 affiliations?
No, but he's got like 3 affiliations or 4, right? I know he's
He
Shield as
had
well.
Shields, Web Warriors,
I think
Guardians.
a number of affiliations that he could viably show up in.
I just think he has better tech
I
than
agree, I agree.
amazing, right? Like he's got the auto
agree.
incinerate, he's got the gun,
Yeah.
he's got a lot of cool shit on
And
his card.
he's now making himself nearly in every Guardians, whereas ASM still isn't in every Web Warriors.
Right. Ancient One. I think Ancient One is probably a D.
Like I want her to
Same.
be a B, but she just
she
doesn't,
just
'cause
is
she gets
not, yeah.
outcompeted. Yeah. she just
I
doesn't.
talk myself into her being my 13th character so many times.
I love Ancient One. But this is the quote unquote serious tier list.
pro serious.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
I'm sorry. So
Um,
Angela's an S tier. She's higher than that. She's got some play in Asgard.
No, she's at least a C. Get the fuck out of here.
Don't.
Yeah, no, she's on amazing
There's
tier.
no
I'll give
way.
you that. She's on amazing tier for sure.
Yeah.
If it's
Ant Man.
no way.
Now Ant Man, I think is an E for sure.
I honestly, I just wish Ant Man was Criminal Syndicate and he'd be fucking ridiculous.
That'd be cool. But he has like the
It'd be
transform
actually
mechanic on him and Wasp is the most painful mechanic in the game right now.
And they just feel dated compared to the other characters that can transform.
I agree. I'll give him an E because he'll still play from in CS, but that's about it. Zola. I think Zola's probably also a C. I don't think you ever see Zola
Oh,
outside of
I was
Hydra.
gonna say D, but yeah,
I was ready to go D.
D is fair as well. He's like only ever seen in Hydra. He's Cabal as well, but you're not going to play him in Cabal.
yeah, you're
I
not
think
fucking playing. I play Xeno.
Mordo is probably also in D. I would say.
Mordo's on that C.
Mordo
D
never
bubble.
like appears outside of Convocation.
And even in Convo, people don't really play him that much.
Yeah, no one plays him in Cabal. I only played him in Inhumans to hurt my own Black Bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strucker. Strucker is at least a B.
Yes, Strucker's actually
Really?
good.
Yeah, dude.
Well,
Wild
the-
Incinerate on a builder that's range 3 and energy, healing factor, a solid leadership, a bunch of good cards attached. His thing where he counts skulls on offense and makes your opponent count on defense, which is just good.
Here, here's a better logic. There's no way a strategic genius character is less than a B.
Yeah. So B. Speaking
So,
of which, I think
speaking of which,
Zemo.
up to A.
There you go, Zemo.
Zemo's
Hey.
probably A. Yeah. Zemo is still just incredibly well rounded. Does a little bit of everything. Extremely strong offensively, decent defensively. Makes your whole team better both offensively and defensively. He's a long mover. He's got strategic genius, which you just talked about. Yeah, he's just good.
There's never an affiliation that's sad to see Zemo.
No, like he's not splashed constantly anymore, but he is still like very, very good. I
You can
would
always
say.
talk him into it.
Yeah, like he's still like a meaningful conversation when you're looking for a splash 3. It's Zemo and like stuff like Mystique and stuff. Beast is probably in C, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got
I'd
C
say
for
like
him.
Easy C.
We have our first S tier, Beta Ray Bill. I think this is.
I think it's A, but I think he's A S bubble.
I think for right.
I'll argue for this one. Actually, it's
Go for
that he has damage reduction, which is always good in a bit character. He's got a kick throw, always good in a bit character, and he has a reasonably decent attack range.
Sure, fair.
I'm obviously biased, but let's leave him here for now, and then once we see how S shakes out, we can come back to it.
I mean, I've been playing Kingpin a lot, right? He's got the
Yeah.
same base size. His throw is online every other turn.
And he's
right?
faster.
It's just same as Kingpin. He can reduce to 0. He's faster. He can throw a size 4. Right? Like I think he's
There's
just
eyes
better.
plays like
Yeah.
there's-
Eyes plays are super
Yeah.
important. Yeah, I'm okay with the S.
There are so many things that he does that are just like needed right now. I think he just like he has so many places.
He's so versatile.
I do think Black Bolt's an F.
Oh, Black Bolt.
His leadership doesn't get him out of there.
We can put him in E.
I think his leadership should make him at least.
Yeah.
an E.
Black Cat, I think, is probably the top of B right now. Still
Yeah, it's like
extremely
B or A.
good.
Is what I'd argue.
Yeah, I think there's still an argument for A, but I'd put her in B right now. We can come back to this later.
A
Um,
was before the changes.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, before all the
Dwarf.
crisis changes. Dwarf,
Black
I'm gonna say Dwarf
fucking
in D.
I got him in D too.
Yeah, he's really good occasionally.
I have so much fun playing dwarf.
Panther is still an easy B for me.
Panther's goat. Like you can't. You just,
Yeah.
Yeah, he might even be at A for me.
You can throw him up
but-
there. Yeah, I do think he's better than these three. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
he's still a bit player. Let's move Black Cat up as well. I think she's
She can be bottom A then.
yeah, I think so.
These are
yeah. Yeah, I like that better.
Black Swan, I'm
Look at us
gonna go.
loving long
I think
movies,
Swan's
by the way.
honestly an E. I don't think Swan's very good.
I like in my heart. I want Swan to be good, but there's
Yeah.
never a situation where I'm excited to take Swan.
Yeah, I think she's
I
still.
think
an
she's
E.
lower than dwarf.
I think she's lower than Dwarf for sure. Because without the gem, she's just pretty trash. Agent Widow.
If interrogate stacked, she'd be higher. ...
So I think also a D.
You're an E.
Yeah, she's kind of an E as well.
Yeah.
Core Widow, I think, is at least a B.
At least a C. I say at least a C.
A C.
Yeah, at least.
She's high C, low B for me.
I don't know. Like I see Agent.
see.
She's gets splashed more often than any of these three, right? You never splash Beast. You never splash
That's
Angela.
That's
Okay,
our first
yeah,
two
by
threat,
that
though.
logic. Sure.
Blade. I think Blade is a D probably. Like
Blade-
at best a
Oh,
D.
man. Well, he never shows up outside affiliation.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Blade-
He just never
I don't
shows
think you can separate Blade and Black Bolt.
Fair.
I don't. Differentiate between them for me.
No, you're right. Like you literally only take. I mean, he's cheaper.
He's cheaper. You take them for their leadership.
Let's put him at the top of E. Poor Blade. Bob. I think
Bob
Bob
Arena?
is underrated, but Bob is also kind of bad.
Bob
Uh,
CD.
I'd say D.
Yeah, I'd say D.
Like, he never. Like, it's only when you can take him that you do take him.
Bullseye's probably an A.
Yeah.
You got him that high? Okay.
He's a maniac. He's the most like in 2 in TTS right now as well.
I mean,
Cable.
He's one of the top characters in the game right now.
He's also,
really
he's
extremely
also
good.
in two very popular affiliations.
Cable's probably
Uh,
realistically. I think D's being generous. I think he's an E as well.
You put him in the same tier as Black Bolt, Blade.
Yeah.
I'd probably say D.
yeah, you know, I'd agree with that. He's
Black
not the
Bolt
same
and
tier as
Blade.
Blade and Black Bolt.
I think he's worse than Blade, but better
He's
than
not like
Black
the
Bolt.
worst character in the game, but like you're
He's
never
a-
seeing them.
He's a
outside of
better
very
5
specific
than Black Bolt, but his leadership is so much worse.
Sam is bare minimum A.
Sam's A. 100%.
I mean, Sam gets taken outside affiliation.
Yeah, he's crazy. Steve.
He should be outside affiliation more than he is.
Steve is probably B. I would say. Maybe even C. He's really game
He's leader.
dependent. He's not he's not as bad as ASM though. We'll put him
He's
in B.
never
Yeah,
splashed.
there's no way he's in the same tier as ASM.
Captain Marvel.
I think she's underrated, but I still think she's high.
Like
She's got-
easy D.
Yeah, D at
Feels right.
D at the highest, right?
She
Carnage is probably F
poor
tier.
Carnage. Poor
Uh,
Carnage.
Yeah, poor fucking Carnage. He looks so cool. His model's
He's so
damn
cool.
His model's so cool. He was so important for like a brief window of time.
When Doom Prophecy was a thing, yeah. Cassandra Nova, I think is also
I
an
actually
E.
don't know how to rank her.
I gotta
honestly.
opt out of this one because
I know your wife likes her. I think
Because on
Cassandra's
paper,
probably an
like,
E.
Could do things, but like it never works out. And she's
Yeah.
expensive, right? Like Five Fish is hard.
I think she's E. Like she's better than Black Bolt, but she's still 5 threat.
Is she worse than Captain Marvel?
Yeah,
Right, fair.
I think Captain Marvel's better than her. Maybe we
Oh,
move
the glorious,
the
glorious.
DE is starting to look weird.
we can move Captain Marvel down then. Yeah. We could honestly combine. No, I don't think we can combine D and E. I think
we'll come back.
these
We'll
characters are legitimately better than these. I think like even though Mordo and Zola and Bob and Ancient, like these guys are bad, I'd still take them before I took any of these characters.
Does threat is that threat or is that
It's
actual value?
both, right? Like value is a combination of threat and
Okay,
effectiveness, right?
This is about whether you would like consider them as splashes, all that kind of shit. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I would definitely take or like I would definitely take Ancient One before I took Captain Marvel, right?
Yeah, if we're doing 4 to 4.
Agent can actually kill people.
Clea is I think an F tier.
Clear's F or E, depending on
Yeah.
your affiliation.
Every time I've ever faced a Clea, she just dies pathetically.
She just kills herself. Yeah. Colossus probably is
Probably a D. I don't know.
yeah top of
Like,
D.
He's
I
not
would
the
say
worst character ever, but like
You say
he's just
top
kinda
of
boring.
D?
top of D. Yeah, he's got his place. He's not bad.
Okay.
Reality Corvus is still a monster.
We're just saying
Oh,
gem.
Gem or just like best version of character.
Yeah, best version
Yeah,
of
best
characters.
version
That's
of
like
that.
what I was talking about with Swan.
then-
Even
yeah.
Swan is still down here somewhere.
Sure. So then Corvus is like minimum B.
I'd say yeah, I agree. I think he's up here. Dynamo. I think Dynamo's probably a C.
Look at this guy having his little hot moment though.
Well, this is crazy though because like a lot of people have been talking up Dynamo lately and taking him in a lot of other situations.
He's great.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
I could see Dynamo in B. He's really good when he's in Shield. He's a monster, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, any situation where he can get multiple beams off, he's sick.
It's crazy putting Reality Corvus and Dynamo in the same place, but like I honestly, at this point in the game, I think that's fair.
Easy.
They're both they both do what they do very well. He makes your whole team very hard to kill. He kills one guy very well. Crossbones. I think Crossbones is probably in D tier, if not
Yeah.
lower.
You said D? I was going E.
Okay, yeah, I think that's fair.
like I would say him and Black Dwarf are like same tier.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I could see that.
I like Crossbones a lot. I have a soft spot for him. Crystal. Crystal's
Actually,
also probably
well,
in D.
She's in D because she's never outside of affiliation. Like
I mean,
never.
Psycho's like Craig Runner and Shadowlands, but yeah.
She's really funny with
Cyclops.
a hammer.
Cyclops
Yeah,
is
fuck outta
probably
here.
Cyclops is probably an F.
Yeah,
That's
like
such
by
a bummer.
default.
Poor fella. I was worried we wouldn't put anyone in F, but it's
We
happening.
really feel
He's
bad
such a
for
good
Scott
inventor.
Summers.
I do. I like Scott. This just means that when we get the revamped Scott Summers, he's going to be broken. So I'm fine with
He's
that.
gonna go. Yeah, he's gonna go. with
Um,
the
So OG Daredevil.
I'll give him an E. I think he's better than those characters in F. There's a lot.
I'm not sure that he is.
He is more survivable than the F tier.
That's fair.
I'll give him that.
Who is this?
I like mobility. That's
This is
Dark.
Darkstar.
Darkstar,
Darkstar is
yeah.
probably an F as well.
I've literally never
Yeah,
seen her
she
on the table.
literally never appears
She's
outside of maybe
incredibly bad. Deadpool.
Deadpool is probably an F.
I think Deadpool's an E. I don't think he's as bad as these folks.
Yes, I think
Sure.
Deadpool, Agent Widow, and
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
feels right.
I would say same tier as Daredevil. You're right.
Doc Ock I could see in D.
All right, this is my first one where do you rate how do you include tactics cards in this? You said
I
best
would
version.
rate him a C.
You think C? Ooh.
Ooh. I think you can see him outside sometimes if you're trying to do like we're saying here is tactic cards. He has a range 3 throw.
So like for well-laid plans, you bring him and Goblin.
Yeah,
is what you're
he's
saying?
got stuff. Like he's fine. There's
He's
nothing wrong
annoyingly
with him.
he's weirdly spiky if you get him like.
I don't
dice
think
fixing.
I've ever seen him and Goblin splashed realistically.
I always talk myself into it and then don't play it.
That's what I'm saying. Like you think about it, you think it's good, you don't actually play it.
I can't imagine putting him at the same level. Like the way that, I think him and Beast are similar. I think him and Beast feel right to me.
I think
Like,
Beast,
he's
but Beast affiliations are way better.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so then by this logic, then he's a D.
Yeah, I think he's in D for sure. Like, cause him,
He's D.
Crystal, like he feels at home with these characters, and I like
I'm with you
I
on
like
that.
him.
with you on that.
OG Strange.
He never shows up outside affiliation.
Yeah, I think he's either C or D.
I
I
think
could see
he's
C.
That's what's weird
Yeah.
about him. Like, he's
C
good,
feels
but he
right.
just doesn't show up.
Now Supreme, I
He's a-
think is bare
Probably a B.
minimum. I think he's A realistically. Like when he has all of his. No, he's not in the same tier as Sam. You're right. He's in B.
He's B.
Like,
This character is
situations
so
where he does
fucking
very
wild.
well.
I think
Yeah.
Voodoo is still an A tier.
100%.
Yeah, Voodoo's just the boss.
Domino, I think
Domino?
is also B
It's
tier.
probably like a B, C, because the problem is you don't really see Domino outside of affiliation.
She does
She's
need
just
help.
regular-
Affiliations are popular.
There's
That's the
specific.
thing.
There's,
I
there's
think
also
she's
specific,
top of C, right?
Yeah.
Specific splashes that she's
Like
very
she
good
can
at,
do
right?
sick damage and like do a bunch of stuff, but she needs to be set up a bit for that to happen.
Yeah, she needs a little bit of help. Like she needs the X-Men hop, or she needs like some way of moving around, like Sam leadership or something.
Yeah.
Dorm is trash. He's the worst character in the game.
Get out of here.
Drax, I think Drax at best is
D
like
for Drax.
yeah, D for Drax, bottom of D. He's better than Crossbones. He's actually
Sure,
very
we'll give him-
he's extremely comparable with
yeah.
Crossbones. Ebony Maw, I think Maw is probably E.
There was a world where he was sick.
Yeah, I
like,
think he's
maybe
actually
last
he's
year,
D.
and then,
He's
like,
better than
he's D.
he's
yeah,
better
he's
than Nova. Electra. She's not. better
she's
than these
D,
folks.
Maybe F. I don't know.
She's F for sure.
She's not.
Who's this again? This is so fucking tiny.
Darkstar.
This is Darkstar. She's better than Darkstar. She might be the gatekeeper for F, right?
yeah, sure. She's kicking people out of.
Yeah, right.
the upper
She's
tier.
literally
everyone back.
kicking them down.
How do we feel about Emma Frost?
I don't know.
I genuinely don't have a strong opinion. I think some people are being very harsh on her.
I think
I
some
think
people are
she's
also very hot on her. I think it goes both ways.
She's polarizing.
Yeah, I think she's probably C.
She's probably like a C, D. Like you probably don't see her splash a ton outside.
Yeah, but
Like,
Hellfire
maybe
means she
Outlier
is splashed.
right?
Yeah, for sure. I still think Enchantress is underrated. I think Enchantress is bare minimum C.
Yeah, I think she's. I mean,
Steve
Bow
feels right.
in Beams are always good, right?
Yeah, Bow and Beams in a
every
post
turn
big boy world.
displacement is she's the cheapest every turn displacement. I think.
100%. Yeah,
Great
Um,
Gambino.
Gambit's probably in D at the highest, right?
Yeah, like he's so close to being good. He's so close.
You think he's not E?
Sell me.
I haven't played enough reps with him. I don't see him differentiated enough. Like I just can't imagine him at the same level as some of these other C's.
The
I
auto
played him
damage. I think he's fair. Like him and Doc Ock on the same level. Him and Crystal. It's getting a little dicey. But like Gambit does have big pop off moments, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
No,
Oh, I would say I played him for several months in Brotherhood, and he's just like slightly below what I want him to do.
Mhm.
So he's not bad. He's just never exciting. He's never like your first pick.
He's kind of like Super Bullseye. Is how I think of him.
Sure.
But like
Super
not,
Bullseye,
not as
but
good.
he's in D and Bullseye's in A.
Well, because Bullseye's cheaper and
'Cause
better
Bullseye's
at what he
Cheaper,
does. Yeah.
And he's in the affiliations he wants to be.
Gamora
Fucking Gamora.
probably also D in my
I
opinion.
think she's D.
Yeah.
I think she's D. but
Only
could be
ever
really good.
shows up in Guardians.
Yeah.
A little bit of A Force sometimes.
Yeah. But like
A-Force.
A-Force people are psychos. Ghost Rider. I think Ghost Rider
He
realistically.
does show up outside of affiliations. I think
Yeah. I just think Ghost Rider's bad. But yeah, okay.
I think he's actually just a C.
I would say D.
I think D as well. I think he's a D because people who play him in affiliation, I think he's bad in his affiliations. I think he's only good in like Guardians or like Wakanda.
Like his whole thing is that he wants to play wide teams, but his actual
Yeah.
affiliations are not wide affiliations.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm
it's like-
saying. So I think
It
like
makes it harder.
since he's extremely pigeonholed, and I don't even think he's that good in Guardians, I'm gonna put him in like top of D.
Sure.
That seem fair?
I'll take it.
All right. Ghost
The
Spider.
goat- Fucking
Man,
A.
what a
Yeah,
fucking like A for sure. But what an insane fall for grace from this character, right? She used to just be the best character in the game for displacement, straight up, and she still is in a lot of ways. But it's like, wow,
We're just spoiled for choice now. and
we really are.
It makes
Just
it a good
really
game, right?
Goblin, I think is a C.
Goblin's
say D,
higher
actually.
than Doc.
You think D? I think
Yeah,
Goblin's
like,
better
he
than Doc.
literally never shows up outside of.
That is true. Yeah, I'll put him in. Okay, let's give him.
Like, yeah, they're same tier. That
Nope.
makes sense. God,
Now that
yeah.
I'm looking at this, yeah, I think Ghost Rider can go up a tier. I think Ghost Rider's fine up here. This makes sense. Not that bad. Groot. Groot is only ever in
Guardians.
Guardians.
That moment where he was CS.
Oh, look, they got Gwenpool, and I guess they'll have Squirrel Girl in here too. I'm just gonna move them to the
we
bottom.
just-
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so those will be S.
No.
Clearly. So Groot, like, he's never outside affiliation. So, like, I guess C.
Yeah, I
gotta
think
go.
that's fair. He's like honestly not very good.
Like, he's like right in the middle of C.
No,
Yeah.
There's nothing too exciting
he
about
comes
it,
for
like,
Rocket.
just-
You don't see.
No,
Groot
yeah,
as
he's
Rocket.
a meat shield for Rocket, and then if you get lucky, he'll stagger someone and throw.
and
him.
then he's a good tactics card.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
We Are
yeah.
Groot's a better card than it used to be.
Yeah, Deadly Duo and We Are Groot are both very good.
Yes.
Hawkeye.
D.
B.
I,
You said
you
D
say
or B?
I said D.
Okay,
Okay.
D. Yeah, that sounds about
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
D is in Danny.
I think Heimdall
Oh, yeah.
is right in D as well.
That's he's right in there. Just like all the funny dumbass guys.
Hella's probably an F, honestly.
never shows up.
She's
either in
so
her
she's so bad.
And Bill
Yeah.
just killed her. Bill killed her, right?
Yeah, straight up. There's no reason to
Medium-based,
run her.
Medium move to power. That was why she was in Suns. That's why she was a safe grab at 4. Bill just took her spot and ate her all of her lunch.
And she was already pretty bad. Like no guaranteed
Right.
displacement. She's just dice, and her dice aren't that good.
Yeah.
4/4 defense is cool, but without defense attack, it can still just kind of fold.
Always a funny combo if you can get her and Ghost Rider's thing to pop off against you. Their cards. To
That
go.
is
That's
true.
just fun.
Honey Badger.
I want her to be better, but she's a D.
I agree.
D.
A D's like being generous.
And that's being generous.
I think
that's,
she's-
it's assuming the Laura thing. Combo,
I think she's
right? That's
E.
what I'm.
It's the
Realistically,
same calculus of the. Rocket.
even when she has X-23, I see X-23 alone way more than I see her with Badger. I think Badger's an E. I don't think she has the same kind of value that Nebula does, and I think Nebula's like maybe a D tier.
She's a
Yeah,
gem
I'm not even gonna
for
fight you on this
23.
one.
She's a gem for 23.
Yeah, she's good for 23. She's a gem for 23. A two-threat gem. Hood, I think, is bare minimum C, potentially even B. I think Hood is extremely
Today's not a
good.
good day to ask me about Hood.
No, I think Hood, like Mystic Rapid Fire is insane. Healing's insane. His transformation mechanic with the -2 is really, really good. He can count blanks on defense. I think Hood is just good. He's got great affiliations.
He is like people's 12th character a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if they could fit him in, they would.
When
I
the
think
healing
he-
cards rotated out, everyone thought Hood was going to be everywhere, and he
And
kind
it
of
just wasn't. Yeah. I think Hood can hang out with Domino. I think that's
that's
extremely fair to both
Fair.
of them.
They're
also-
comparable damage because the Mystic Rapid Fire versus
Yeah.
Rapid Fire.
Versus
Go
Domino. I
also
think.
love
I
each
mean,
other.
Domino's a little bit better, but he's more versatile, right?
Yeah.
Buster.
It's
I
just-
think Buster's probably bottom of C.
E?
You think a D?
I got C.
He really is like only good in that convocation list. So yeah, I could see D.
Yeah, like there's like just like a handful of situations where he ever shows up, and outside of that, it's like, eh.
Hulk is probably still A at bare minimum.
Yeah.
100%.
Actually, Hulk's probably still S. No, Hulk's A. There are too many things I can deal with him now.
Danny Rand.
He is still extremely good. Don't get me wrong. Daniel Rand, C. I would say.
I'd even argue D actually.
You don't-
The
People
Iron
have the
Fist
three
effect is so
strategies.
good.
Yeah, but everyone always goes for Luke.
Yeah, Luke is better.
Danny
Luke's-
is not the first choice, right?
Luke might
let's
be a
be
B.
Luke is A tier. Let's be real.
Okay, so I could see Iron Fist at the same level as Domino and Hood. As
Yes.
like they're
Yeah.
good bit characters, you see them every once in a
That feels-
while.
that
You would not be
feels really good.
surprised.
Tony
Okay,
Stark.
Hang on a second. We got 5 3 threats in C. How does Groot stack up against the other C's that we're looking at?
You're right. He is not as good as them. You are correct.
Fucking
He's.
muted.
They are all definitely
I
better than
mean,
him.
I would
Iron-
argue as a B.
Iron Man's B.
At least, yeah. Iron Man's so good.
Let's look at our core box Avengers showing up in B, and then Zemo in A,
Dude, Corebox is good.
and Hulk came out in the second
Yeah.
wave. And
Panther
then
was pretty early on too.
Yep.
Of course, they're not the king up here. So Jean Grey probably
Welcome
E,
to the
right?
Fs.
I think
Probably like D or E.
she's as
Like,
good as
never
these
shows
guys.
up outside of right.
She's-
affiliation.
she's better than Elektra?
maybe.
She's better than Elektra for sure.
Cool.
Um,
Jug's still A. Maybe
Jugs
B?
is still an A, I would say. Maybe B. I don't think he's as good as Hulk. But no, I think he's A.
It gives
He's-
respect, right?
Yeah, he's comparable to the rest of these
Yeah.
characters for sure. I think Panther might need to come down actually. No,
People are just sleeping on him. I think
no,
he's fine.
Panther's still better than Agent
Panther's
Venom
great.
for
I think
sure.
people are
Yeah.
bored of Panther.
King Killmonger. I think he is D.
Yeah, I agree.
He's a good fourth threat murder machine. The Kang. Wilson Fisk.
King. He only ever shows up in affiliation, but I think he could be played out of affiliation.
He could
I
be.
just don't think he
Things that would
needs to
turn on
be.
his
He's
throat
so
every turn.
perfect for his affiliation, you know?
I know. He just is synonymous with it.
I think he's probably a B. With the other
he's B or C. He's got big leadership points though, right?
big leadership
Like-
points. His spender is actually great. He has a throw. Wilson's
He has a
always
throw.
been good, right?
He has an every other turn throw. He's immobile. So him and Steve on same tier feels right to me.
Yeah, I'll put all the leaders together just so we have like an idea. I guess he's
I
kind
think
of a leader
that-
too.
I think that helps, right?
Yeah, to keep it like relative.
Those two four threat leaders feel good on the same level.
Yeah. And then we have the peak murder man. Craven the Hunter is probably an F tier.
Yeah, like he just.
He's just not good.
Okay. I think I'm either wrong. Him and Daredevil are. I don't feel right. So either Daredevil comes down or Craven goes up, in my opinion.
I think Elektra's better than Daredevil just for the grunts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And like she has mystic attacks with Pierce.
but she's not as good as Agent Widow.
No.
No, Agent Widow's better, I would say.
Cool. So we got our line.
Lizard.
C?
B?
I think it's B. Lizard's still really good.
He's still really good. It's just people are leaning towards more murder.
Yeah, he doesn't kill
That's
people.
not his job.
Yeah,
I do love a medium base, medium move.
he's really good. Lockjaw. I think Lockjaw's probably D with
D?
Groot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does his thing.
I think he's in that short list of someone like trying to get a little bit of tech and having him like 14th, 15th.
Okay, hot take. I think
Right.
I think Logan's an S right along with Bill right now.
Oh, I was gonna say A.
I got A. but I haven't
Yeah,
played a
let's
ton
throw
of
him up
Bill.
there right now. I'll bring Bill down. We'll go to S tier once we have a solid A at the end.
What? No, it's crazy.
What?
Bill has to be S.
We'll come back to this once we have once we
doesn't-
have our full A tier. We'll come back to it. We'll really figure it out. Okay.
Oh yeah, we'll choose Highlander style. All right,
Yeah, yeah.
Loki.
Well, it's not there can be only one. There'll be a couple of characters
Oh.
up here. Loki, I think
Loki's the most variants of the gems ones we got.
Loki's
here, right?
probably-
everyone has their different
dude.
preference.
No, mine did space on Loki. You're trash. Best Loki is 4-point
You like
Loki.
Fourth Threat Loki?
I think fourth threat Loki is a C tier. Yeah,
That
he's
feels
comparable
good
with
to
the rest of these folks.
That feels good to me.
Cage is at least
Okay.
an A. I think Cage is A for sure.
How do you feel
Okay.
about Loki? Okay, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say like mid A probably for Luke.
Yeah,
He's a comparable like Panther and Cat. Like they have solid roles. You can see them outside affiliation. They
I think
do
Cage is
stuff.
better than Juggernaut. I'll fight somebody on that one. We'll organize. This isn't like by order. We can do some ordering near the
No.
end. Magic. I think Magic's an E tier.
Yeah, she literally never shows up to the side affiliations.
Yeah, and even in affiliation, people don't play her. Mags is probably in D at this point in the game.
Max is like a D, but very specialized.
Yeah, like he can do
He
work
can have his moments where
occasionally,
he's like incredibly good.
but he's just so easy to displace.
Miles an A.
Malekith is probably an A, yeah, for sure. Like
Yeah,
he's
he doesn't
not.
get splashed. He
he's
is
not-
the thing.
You know, he does get splashed. He totally does.
He is
Oh yeah.
He's one of the premier splash characters.
Yeah, some stuff.
Medusa is
So
probably.
fallen so far from grace.
I think she's probably still a
C.
C. Yeah, she's at least as good.
Yeah,
as,
her and Loki are same tier.
Her
Um,
and Enchantress. I don't know if Emma lives there, but I haven't seen Emma enough,
Let's pull Immortal and MODOK down because they're not out yet.
so we can do just total speculation.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Pure hot takes.
Whoa. Okay, so Mr. Sinister.
E or D.
Yeah,
I like Sinister. I say he's E.
I do too. I'm in the same boat. Classic Doc is also probably an E. He's more of a
Yeah,
liability than anything now. Man,
Okay,
speaking
did
of
anyone-
falling from grace, this is
did anyone get
ridiculous.
hit- So people didn't talk about his nerf all that much because he wasn't that popular, but I think he got hit almost the hardest.
He did for sure. If you look at pre-nerf MODOK, his bow and his rerolls were not once per turn.
Correct.
Getting rid of both of those is backbreaking. He is not very good anymore,
No.
in my opinion. Moon Knight.
At least a D. At most a D, I should say.
Does he
Never shows up outside affiliation. Literally
he's not on
never
the
shows
same
up.
level as Domino and Hood.
No, not even not
Yeah,
close.
there's no way.
I
I
think
would
he's
consider
he's
Domino
good.
Hood.
He's better than the 3s and E for sure.
This feels good though, like him with like Hawkeye and Gamora. That feels like the right place.
Yeah,
for
they're
him.
bit players.
Crystal.
This is so
Doc
sad
Ock.
though. MODOK being on the level like with Jean Grey, but honestly, I think this is true. Like he's a short mover with no defenses. He cancels wilds, but like he can throw him. He can throw him. He can push him. He can throw him. He can throw him. It's just bad for MODOK right now, and like Malekith just eats him, right? Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel, I think, is probably high D.
She's
think-
underutilized. I think
she's
D.
quite-
I don't
she's
know
like-
if I feel strongly about the high part, but she's in D.
Yeah, we'll put her like under Groot and Lockjaw. We'll put her like right here. Mysterio, also probably a D.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I think he feels high D to me,
High D.
in my opinion.
Yeah, when he does his thing, he does it very well.
Okay,
Mystique-
Mystique without deception, and then
No,
I think
Mystique
she's
with
at least A. Like, she
without-
might be one of the S's,
without
right?
she's like here with she might be our only S right now. Yeah, Mystique's fucking broken. I hate
Like
this
she's
character.
literally in almost every single list right now. It's
Yeah, man.
fucking insane.
Yeah, Bill, Logan, Mystique are in almost every list. Hulk's in almost every list.
does your list need somebody to do some displacement, some gnarly shit? Can they splash a 3? And then also, do they have a tactics card or an ability that you want to be able to use on someone else's turn and they can't stop you?
Yeah.
Right?
Like just
Or do you just
Great.
want to shoot people and they can't react? She's just good. Nebula's probably
D.
a D, yeah. But I do
She's a
like
good
her a
D.
lot. She's a great D. I'll put her a little higher.
I'm liking that we haven't yet got a Guardian above D, yet those are all Guardian characters. that
What do you
are showing
mean?
up right now. Okay, I forgot he's a Guardian. You're
Yeah,
right.
the best
Straight
Guardian. Fury's an
B?
A at the very least.
I would
Those-
say B.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't show up that much outside affiliation.
He's so good. He's the
He's
only
good. I'm not saying he's not good. I'm
Like-
saying he doesn't show up that often out of affiliation.
the only two grunt people who get splashed are him and Skull. And I think he and Skull are very like they're not comparable per se, but they do different things. Like this is the best extract character in the game, in my opinion.
I
But
would
I'll
say everyone
settle
in
for
A, you would never be surprised at being splashed. Fury, you'd be like, oh, okay, sure.
You go, huh,
Yeah, oh, that makes sense when you look at it. Okay, I get you. Howling Commandos probably C. They're good at what
Yeah.
they do,
ooh,
but they don't get
I
splashed.
should go D, but I don't know enough.
Might even be a D.
No, they have the Incinerate Grenade. They have Stealth. They have Got Your Back. I think they're pretty good.
You think comparing them to the 3s in D, you feel strongly that they're better?
Let's see. I think they're comparable with Beast. I think they're comparable with Iron Fist. I think they're comparable with
Good domino.
these two are the top for a reason. So less so, but still
Sure.
yes.
So let's look at,
I think that they're better on like with the Incinerate and the Shot. They're better than Groot. They're better than Mysterio. They're better than Miss Marvel. Yeah, I think this is fine for them.
Moon Knight.
Yeah, Drax and Moon Knight. They're definitely better than, and they have mobility too. They have the Medusa flip. They can move people
Yeah,
around.
next to each other for a reason.
That's fair.
Okoye.
Oh,
or
Koye.
she's probably
D.
E.
Yeah.
I think that's
I
fair.
was gonna say D.
When does she ever show up?
No, you're right. Like even like,
Like-
Wakanda barely
I mean-
runs her.
I
Man,
mean, I'm running triple two, and she's not. She wasn't.
speaking of characters who never show up, Omega Red.
Oof.
I
By
think-
default, F, I
would see
guess.
someone painting him. That's cool.
He might be an F. He's pretty fucking bad. Even when Hydra came out and he had potentially the best home possible for himself, he still
Yeah.
never played.
Yeah.
Proxima's an animal.
Maybe a D.
Yeah, Proxima's like high D. She's a beast.
I could make.
She's
a case
better than
for-
Groot.
She's
I
better
make
than
a case for
Groot
Steve.
easily. Yeah. Psylocke.
Maybe Steve.
Has anyone gotten reps on Psylocke?
I have not. yet.
I've played against her once.
I think
Like,
we threw Emma in
she's-
C. We can just throw her with in C.
Yeah,
I think she's better
like,
than Emma though, realistically.
She's really good at
Good
punching.
idea.
Like she gets reroll, she gets the pseudo charge stuff. Like she's fine. Her
Put her
kit's
at
fine.
C without a lot of reps, but very well might be. a D
Just for like her kit alone and like where she's affiliated, like martial artist and or cover in X-Men is great. Her action economy is solid. She's got good cards. She's probably the best person besides Supreme Strange at killing Red Skull, which is important. If she had Pierce on her builder, she's probably up here, but she doesn't. I think she's better than ASM and Angela.
Sure, I'll give you that.
So her on the same tier as like Medusa and Loki. And Loki's good.
Punisher's probably bottom of E.
Oh, I was gonna say low D, but yeah,
You think low
it's
D?
fine.
I-
Like he actually has like roles he can play. It's just no one plays him.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like for a reason, right? Like the no affiliation thing does really hurt him.
Yeah, like he's okay.
I don't think he's better than Agent Widow. He's got better action economy than her.
Yeah.
Pyro A.
Yeah, get out of here. Like
Yeah.
he's just so ridiculous. He's everywhere now.
Fucking broken as hell. Quicksilver.
Quicksilver.
E?
D, you said? Or C?
D,
Yeah,
fe-
I think
feels
D.
right. Looking at the other threes in D,
Yeah.
I feel like
With his
Quicksilver's
daddy.
Yeah.
I know people have a soft spot for this guy. I never quite understood it for Mr. Crimson, whatever the fuck this guy's name is. Red Guardian.
Your Guardian.
I think he's fine. Like he's probably.
there was a
Probably
mo-
a C. He does get splashed. He does legitimately get splashed.
I know, and I only am starting to begin to understand it. He is legitimately quite good. Like he's the guaranteed push on his builder is solid.
Yeah. Like he's just an okay 3. Like his job is to not die, right?
Well, his job is to make your rest of your team not die with Comrade's Keeper. Red Skull, original Red Skull, probably E. Yeah, I agree with that. That was a Sam brain cell. Now Master Hydra, this motherfucker's an A.
The boss.
This piece of shit. Rhinoceros, I think Rhino's
A.
in B.
A or B.
I think he's B.
I think he's A. Like
he's A?
He's everywhere.
I think he's currently overvalued. But I'll give it A. I'll give him bottom of A.
He's in affiliations that are hot right now, so that's part of the overvalue. Right?
I just think he just dies. He's like Drax with one more health, and people haven't realized that yet. They still think he's tough. So they put him in bad situations. I think Rhino has potential. I think Rhino's an A.
I think he's between A and B. I think low of A to read.
He might be the gatekeeper of A, right? Like he might be the bottom of A, or like the top of B.
Like him and Strange. Like I could see the argument of him being below Strange, right? Because Strange has more utility.
Yeah, it's like right here maybe.
I'm okay with that.
Like better than Kingpin. Definitely gets splashed more than Kingpin.
He gets splashed way more than Kingpin.
Same as Dynamo feels. Dynamo, Agent Venom in the fours, Fury. That all feels right to me.
Yeah.
Feels like
Okay.
a good set of fours.
Yeah, making sense to me now. Like the same tier as Iron Man. Okay. Rocket's an animal. Yeah, but I think Rocket C is fair.
He literally an animal.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's a bit player. We'll put him like right here. He's not bullseye. He's not getting splashed, but I think he's still better than these two.
What's funny is that he is actually better than ASM.
Yeah, I think
like for his cost effectiveness, like it's.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'll put Beast and Rocket up there. Rogue is probably at least a B, right?
You know, I think she's actually a C because she doesn't show up outside affiliations.
She used to.
I know.
Yeah, not anymore.
There are some folks who play her outside of affiliation. Like some folks really like Rogue. I don't think Rogue's bad, but I do think she's
Rogue
not
and
great.
Loki.
I think her and Domino are comparable.
Yeah, I think the rise of Logan has really hurt her.
Yes, absolutely.
Ronan the Accuser at E.
Assuming we're talking
Maybe
E, like I don't even know.
maybe
right?
bottom of D.
Yeah, he's got bottom D energy.
Bottom D energy. Original Tooth is also kind of bottom D energy. I think he's better than Red Skull.
He can be the top of the E's.
Top of the E's, yeah, he's better. Yeah, he's comparable to these guys. Yeah, Apex is probably.
For A.
I don't think he's an A. I think he's in.
I think he's high B.
I might even go low B. No, he's comparable. With these
You know
characters.
what? I would say Rhino does rank higher than him, so he cannot be high B.
Yeah, no, Rhino's like our
I'd
top.
say
tier
Rhino
four.
is Rhino
There's
is
a
like the
double
cut
there.
for the top
Yeah.
E's.
Yeah,
You're right.
I think Apex is better than this guy though. Dynamo at least.
Dynamo.
Actually, Apex is probably better than Agent Venom.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I don't think he's better than Corvus. I don't think he's better than Fury though.
This
So
feels right.
yeah. Iron Man should be higher. All right, no,
Iron Man over Strucker for sure.
yeah, I think Iron Man lands around here.
I could put Iron Man between Cap and Fury, actually. Like he's up there. Like,
He is.
does a lot.
He does get splashed as
Helios, he does his shit right.
Scarlet.
God, I want her. To
I
be-
want to love her.
I think she's either like down here with. Let's put her with her family.
Oh my god.
Yeah. She's hanging
Oh my God,
out with her
Jesus Christ.
family.
I know it hurts, but it's real.
Yet Brotherhood's so good.
You just don't play these three characters.
A.
Yeah, we got the rest of the Brotherhood up here.
Of an A, yeah.
Disgusting. Where's Toad? Where's that dirty shit?
We haven't
We haven't gotten there yet.
We're getting close.
Jinx.
God, Sentinels.
Yeah, just keep going. Just keep going.
Prime gets splashed a little bit if you need dice fixing on his stomach.
So he's
I don't-
like a.
I don't get it.
I don't think he should be.
Shadowlands is E.
Yeah.
Probably maybe D. Maybe
No,
D.
I'd say he's D.
He's probably
Yeah.
He's not worse than Moon
He's
Knight.
got a
Come
good. He's got a
on.
good leadership. I just don't build for it, and so I'm biased. He's a
Mm,
D.
Shadowlands lists are good, but like also kind of not.
Shadowlands and Green Goblin being at the same level feels okay to me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Four threat.
Yeah,
killer
yeah, yeah.
leader Who do at similar power level? I'd agree. I
Okay.
would say that those.
She-Hulk.
Oh, She-Hulk.
She-Hulk's probably also
E?
in D. E is actually, yeah, that's fair. She does kind of just die, right?
yeah. I would
She
say she
feels-
is above Sabretooth. That's fair. I will give you that one.
She feels dated looking at the other sixes.
Yes, Shuri.
See,
Probably a D actually.
I don't know, man. Shuri's pretty fucking good.
No, I'm not
Shuri-
saying Shuri is bad. I played
Shuri,
Wakanda, right? Like,
Shuri and Proxima feels right.
Shuri with
Indeed.
Proxima.
yeah,
Okay.
like they're
Actually,
about comparable. Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, in their power level. Sin probably E.
E.
yeah.
Scourge. Scourge probably in D as well.
Yeah.
There's no way he's better than Proxima.
Like he's
I-
good in his affiliation, but outside of that, like he never shows
and
up.
I think on his own he's better than Groot.
I think D is full of three threats.
It is.
Sorry,
It's just
maybe.
like mediocre
That's what I'm
threes.
saying.
Like-
And
like
because
left.
because you talk yourself into the three for your affiliation, right?
Well,
We have
it's mediocre threes and a couple of mediocre fours, and then we have Hulkbuster.
yeah, Magneto.
Yeah, the worst sixes in the game. Those poor boys. Um,
No,
Core box
regular
speeder.
Spider-Man.
E.
He's like mid. Like he's about the same as Sinister. Like, he sounds cool, but never actually shows up.
yeah. I mean, like defensive rerolls, when I was young and I just started playing this game, they seemed so cool, and now I realize how bad they are.
Mystic's
Jess,
a lot more popular than there though.
Jess is probably
She's probably a C.
Jess is
Where like
yeah.
she'll show up and maybe people will
Sure.
splash a little bit, but like she does do very well in
Her and Rogue feels good.
I think Rogue should be back here. Actually, I don't think she's quite as good as these two. These crazy.
Yeah,
people.
no, that was the line.
Yeah. Okay. Miles.
Miles Morales.
Probably
I think by definition is a DC.
Really? I think Miles is B.
Well, Oh, Miles very rarely shows up outside of
He
affiliation.
never outside affiliation.
Yeah, but he's. I could see.
He's
see
good.
that.
Don't get me wrong. Like I literally play Web Warriors. Right now, right?
So, but no one's outside of. So Steve is another leader who's never out of affiliation. Steve and Miles being separated
Yeah,
by a
but
tier.
Steve, these guys are both. That was what we were saying. Like
Right.
their affiliation is super good. I don't
Their
think Web
affiliation's
Warriors
great.
lead. Okay, but I will say
Uh,
the Web Warriors lead is not as good as these two. So
That's
I
fair.
I could see C. Like these two leaderships are game changing.
Yeah,
this is
among
like an extra
other
defense dice, which is very good, but not
him
quite
and-
the same.
I feel like Strucker should be C then. I know we're not revisiting stuff yet, but Strucker.
Okay.
I'd rather
that's
Miles
fair.
go up than Strucker go down.
Yeah, Strucker going down feels bad. So let's just do
Yeah,
this.
so
for right
Miles
now.
goes up.
We can come back to
Yeah,
this.
they can be at the bottom, gatekeep or whatever.
Star Lord. I think Star Lord's leadership is insane. I think he's probably like low B.
He has
with
to be
these
at
guys,
least
though.
B. Yeah.
I think these guys hang out together.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
yeah.
I do think
all the
it's,
leaders. Yeah.
You have a bunch of characters that would be CDs, and then their leadership.
but they
makes
have
them-
great leaderships. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Uh,
The other cap.
I think he's probably F. Real talk.
I've never seen him on the table.
I've never
I've
seen him
literally
played.
never faced him. Yeah. So I guess by definition that's F.
If he blows our minds.
Storm is probably right here with these guys.
Yeah, with those bros.
Look at those three threat leaders with really good leaderships.
Yeah. What do you know, eh?
Who the fuck is this?
Super Giant.
Their super giant has such a gangster lean.
Yeah. Yeah. Get
we
out.
don't need to talk about this. Yeah.
No E.
Taskmaster is probably also.
Dude,
an F.
she's the slowest character in the game.
Taskmaster hanging out with
Come on,
Punisher.
he's an F. When do you actually see Taskmaster?
Never.
Like straight up.
You're right. He's better than the Sentinels.
Oh,
Sure.
and Young didn't like that.
Is
Wow.
in Young in chat.
He just dipped out of the audio because you beat up his boy Taskmaster apparently.
Okay.
Alright,
okay. Thanos. With gems, he's like an A.
Yeah, I'd say A is fair.
Yeah.
When is he not with gems? Let's be realistic, right?
Yeah,
No, he's
I think
A.
he's just sit around like solid A. He shows up all over the fucking place. Like him, Hulk.
Yeah, we'll sort this shit
Like,
later.
yeah,
It'll happen.
yeah.
The
Like,
Thanos
that's
is still gonna be good. Blob, I love Blob, but I think Blob is C.
He's C.
Yeah.
And that's
I
like
think-
he might be D, honestly.
That bottom set of C3s is interesting to revisit.
Oh, we'll get there. Yeah, I think Bob could actually splash more than he actually is.
Yeah.
But people don't.
It's just too easy to get around his certain matchups. He's fantastic, right? Like if you're a range 2 physical attacker, Blob will beat you. If the problem is if you're a range 4 energy attacker or mystic, you just fucking kill him. Yeah,
No.
he's great sitting on a point. He's good at that. This guy, the original Human Torch.
He feels like regular Spider-Man territory.
He's got a steal. He's
Hanson.
got good damage, but yeah, you never see him even in shield.
Yeah.
And I'm not really a shield
like,
guy.
They feel like bros. Him, Sabretooth, sure.
Thor.
Oh, my God.
Thor's an E.
C.
This like hurts me too.
No,
actually
it does.
hurts me. I think he's
No,
a D.
Thor's
Like,
better than
maybe
She-Hulk. I think he's in D. But like
Okay,
putting
we'll
him
give him D then.
putting him anywhere
Yeah.
near the level of Shadowlands feels wrong. Because realistically, he's just not. I think Thor is like mid D.
You know what? He's the level of Doc Ock and Goblin. That's
Yeah,
about where
yeah,
I would rate
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Right
I'll throw him,
around,
like, right around here.
fucking dumbass. Yeah.
Look at the spider foes altogether there too.
Yeah, let's grab.
Alright.
Let's do this. We'll put Thor at the back of the pack. All right, cool. Toad, A tier.
A.
Character's
A?
still broken as hell.
Just it literally splashed everywhere.
Ulik is probably C.
At least the B.
I think at least B.
Yeah, like he's
Wow,
gonna show up
you're
a
higher on
lot.
him than I am, and I love him.
Yeah.
I think Ulik's C.
I think he's got B, C energy.
Yeah. Like
Let's call it B. Let's put the difference in for now.
okay. I don't
We'll
see
revisit in a second.
I don't see Ulik anywhere near the tier of these leaders of Supreme Strange, of Domino and Hood. I think he's right
You know
around
what?
here.
Actually, I would agree that he's same tier as Spider Woman, which means he has to be a C then.
Yeah. I think he's better than
Like
Psylocke.
they have they've got right around the
He's,
same. like,
he's very
output.
good in his affiliations.
Yeah.
Yes. Ultron E.
E?
Put him right
Right,
below
like-
MODOK. Yeah.
He deserves better.
He'll
yeah.
get better probably. They'll release a Ursa.
Well, no, I think his new card's cool. Or his card is cool. It's
Oh,
not
Age of
new.
Ultron. Yeah, we just keep going. So Valkyrie.
Valk probably D. Yeah, she's somewhere
Yeah.
in there.
D feels right.
I'll put her next to Scourge. I think she and Proxima are comparable. I think she and Scourge are pretty comparable. I mean, Proxima's obviously better than both of them, but yeah.
Venom.
Classic Venom. I think Venom's an E.
Probably a DE.
D.
somewhere in
Yeah,
there.
you can hang out with Ronan. He's about as
Yeah,
good
you can have
as
Ronan. That's fine. Yeah.
Viper.
E.
I
F. Like what?
Vision, I think, is actually great. The
I
game
think he should be a C.
the game has
But
just
most people
shifted
probably
away
rate
from him.
Yeah, people will probably rate him a D at this point.
The game has just
I think
shifted
he's
away
actually
from where he's good, but I think he's a C.
I think
as well.
we're trying to like account for that quite a bit in this list, actually, because I think we've tried to get past the recency bias quite a bit.
Yeah. I think we're trying to, actually have a tier list that makes sense.
Yeah, you know what? Output wise, he actually probably the same as Ulik and Spider Woman. That makes sense.
Yeah,
actually.
and like Psylocke.
He's got a throw.
Psylocke
he's
probably
got
hits a little
beam.
hard. Psylocke hits harder, but he has the beam and the throw, so I think he's
Well,
right
his
around here.
spender is sick though.
His spender is sick.
This looks good to me.
It's the anti-Malekith spender. War Machine. War Machine is
D.
probably in D. Yeah.
You think he's interesting?
I'd
Well,
argue even
he's
E.
he's good.
Yeah.
He can go low.
I see lots of threes that I would take over War Machine in that set you're in.
Yeah, I mean, I think like Gambit, Hawkeye, War Machine, like they're in the same realm, right? Like Crossbones,
Okay.
Drax. That's all making sense to me. They're like super focused bit players, right?
Sure.
Like that makes sense to me. I could
I
be
haven't
wrong.
seen
Like we
him in
talked about
Shield,
it.
and he's getting some love in Shield in a way that I haven't seen.
Well, it's just he builds power like a maniac and he just funds Helios because he doesn't spend any power.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
he's
move on.
around.
Wasp. Where would we put Ant-Man? She's probably right next to Ant. I think she's like.
Where is that man? Is he E? Is he D?
Do we lose
Where
him?
did we even put him?
Where did we put him? I thought we did D. Is that D?
Just look for transforming dudes. He's right here. Yeah, he's an E.
There he goes. Then yeah, he goes wherever she is.
Yeah, so she's
Or
like
she goes where he
she's
is.
a step below him because he has Criminal Syndicate play. She's a better damage dealer. She's cool like that. Bucky's probably B. Bare minimum.
That's fair. Him,
Uh,
Rhino,
yeah,
Strange,
talk
Iron
about
Man.
that.
Like him and Iron Man, I could see being comparable.
yeah.
The rogue agent flexibility might knock him to A, but yeah.
I don't think he's not in the same tier as Pyro. He's not in the same tier as Cage, right? He's very good.
Well, he might be bottom.
Actually, No,
Yeah,
I'm talking myself into it. I looked at Zemo, I looked at Sam, I looked at Ghost Spider. Like he's definitely up here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the crew.
Classic Logan.
Who cares?
Yeah, he's not. He's basically not in the game anymore.
BF.
Yeah. Wong, our boy. Wong
He's
is.
probably D, like a D, C-ish.
I think he's a C.
I overvalue 2 threats, so CD feels good.
I think he's a C. I don't think he's not Bob. He's way better than Bob, right?
Correct.
Like this character can create some really interesting lines of play. X-23 is our last character.
At least B.
Bare minimum B. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's over Hood and Domino.
I think she shows up more often than
I think she deserves higher crit than them.
Yeah.
Like she's more mobile than Domino,
Yeah.
and Hood, and she hits pretty damn hard, and she has exceptional access.
Like if you want just a random 3-threat damage dealer, she's your girl.
Yeah.
Okay, so the lower tiers, honestly, like organizing them matters a lot less. I think we should try and focus our efforts on getting.
Ready to go top down?
Or do you want to go bottom up because we'll do it faster? You just
We
want to
can go bottom
do a
up.
quick look at F
Yeah.
to see if anyone should go up from F.
Yeah, so in F tier we have Viper, Taskmaster, Ursa Major, the Sentinels, Supergiant, Steve 2, Elektra, Omega Red, Daredevil, Kraven, Hela, Darkstar, Cyclops, Carnage, Clea, and Dormammu. I think this is completely fair.
I feel like Kraven could go up.
Kraven
He's
was
like the
I
one
was
character who
thinking.
could go up.
Yeah, I would agree with Danny that he could go up to be lower E.
Okay. I won't argue with you there. I think Kraven's trash, but
Kraven shows up in foes. I think he does.
I just don't believe that. I think you reach for every other affiliated 3 before you reach for Kraven.
That's why they're all higher than him.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay, in E we have She-Hulk. I'll do this by rows. So we have
Yeah.
She-Hulk, Sin, Human Torch, Core Spidey, Sabretooth, Okoye, Core Skull, Jean Grey, Magic, Honey Badger, Cassandra Nova. This all makes sense to me.
Yeah, that's all fair.
Are we dealing with rankings within the letters?
We'll do that for the higher tiers. It's not necessary down here, I don't think.
Cool. I think there are subdivisions of E, and I think Jean is too high in it, but let's not worry about that for now.
Yeah, as long as she's like in the right tier, it's fine.
Sure.
So,
Cool. Let's move on.
Punisher, Agent Widow, Wolverine, Kraven.
You skipped a row.
You said
I'll
so.
I'll come back to it.
Sure.
This is just shorter.
The bottom of the row, that feels fine.
Yeah, you said Jean was too high, right? So I'll move it down to the middle. So, Captain Marvel, Blade, Cable, Deadpool, Black Bolt, Ant-Man Wasp, Black Swan, Mr. Sinister, MODOK, and Ultron.
Yeah, I don't
You
think any of them
probably-
get promoted.
Who?
I don't think any of them get promoted.
I think there's a reasonable argument if you're switching Ultron and Jean.
Oh, swap. Oh, that's within tier. I was saying
within
going
tier?
up.
Yeah, just because you guys said
Yeah,
you didn't like where Jean was.
Yeah, Age of Ultron is actually a good card.
Yeah,
it
it's
is
like-
a legitimately good card.
He's got Incinerate, he's got size 4 terrain throw, he's not bad.
Cool. Let's move.
I mean, he's bad, but he's not bad. All right, moving on.
So
so-
let's look for D's that should go down, and then when we talk about
Yeah,
D's, go up.
so Scarlet, Quicksilver, Venom, Ronan.
No, I think they're all
Yeah, they're all Ds.
higher. They're all higher than the characters below them.
Yeah. Bones, Drax, Ebony Maw,
Ebony
Gambit, Gamora, Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, Heimdall, Killmonger, Magneto.
War Machine?
Going down.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, like he just doesn't show up. Like, when's the last time you actually
I
saw
think
War
I think
Machine?
War
Like,
Machine
legitimately.
and Crossbones are
No,
both
you're right.
like struggling for their spots. They're gapping
Yeah,
for it.
there are just so many better options. I think like the Crossbones Sin thing is cute, but like no one ever does it.
I think it's better than people give it credit for, but
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Okay, so I pulled 2 characters out of that. So we got Thor, Hulkbuster, Miss Marvel, Crystal, Colossus, Bob, Agent of Hydra, Ancient One. Who the fuck is this guy? Arnim Zola, Baron Mordo, Nebula, Black Dwarf.
I think those all stay exactly where they are.
That feels
I
great.
agree.
Yeah, I cannot even like argue for any of them.
Ock, Mysterio, Goblin, Lockjaw, Groot, Blob, Heimdall, no, Scourge. I was just playing this guy 1,000 times.
You're just playing
Scourge,
this guy.
Valkyrie, Proxima, Shuri, Shadowlands. Shadowlands at the top makes sense. This is all making sense to me.
That looks good. Look at those poor Inhumans just all over D.
They're just bad.
Hey,
And-
Medusa's up in C.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's the highest ranked Inhuman, and she's in C.
Yeah.
Okay, so in C we have Classic Strange, Emma Frost, Enchantress, Ghost Rider, Iron Fist, Loki, Medusa, Howling Commandos and Fury, Red Guardian, and Wong. This feels like this is starting to get into like some good shit, right? But still not quite
Yeah.
like the top of the game.
You would not be surprised seeing these characters splashed.
Yes.
You'd be like, yeah, okay.
You'd be like,
They have,
oh, that's
a
kind of
role to
weird.
play.
The only one I'm saying like I would be kind of weirded about is Doctor Strange. I really like just because I played Defenders for so long, I have like a bone to pick with this guy.
I think Red Guardian's high.
The Red Guardian's high.
I think look at the threes at the top of D.
That's a very fair point.
That's fair.
And I think the same case could be made for Howling Commandos, but I don't rate them as highly as some other people do.
I think them being down here is fine. I think Wong just needs to move up. I think Wong is better than all these fools.
You still think Red Guardian over Proxima, Shuri, Valk, Blob?
Well, here's a different.
It's because of the
Is Red
comrade
Guardian
feature.
above
Go ahead.
Shadowlands. Is he actually above Shadowlands?
No, that's a very fair point.
Yeah.
Should Shadowlands have gone up?
Shadowlands is a gatekeeper.
I think Shadowlands might be. No, he really shouldn't go up because, like, as a character, he's just bad. He just enables everyone else.
Only ever shows up
Like
in his.
like this
him
guy
being
without
literally
this guy
only character.
is.
But we did the same thing for Kingpin and Steve and Miles and Star Lord and.
Well, but they actually do stuff in their own affiliation, right? These guys all
Sure.
do stuff in their affiliation. He
Sure.
doesn't.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
He's just like the grunts. His grunts are bad, so they basically just like they just sit in the corner, and then he can hit hard if you come and fight him, but like there's no reason to. He's so slow.
His action economy is not super great, but his leadership is great if you want to bring the characters that benefit from it.
I
Cool.
do think I
like
think Red Guardian can go up. I think Red Guardian stays here. The size 3 displacement on his builder is really good. I see him at X-Men pretty regularly. He was all over the place in X-Men at LVO. So the size 3 displacement is good. Comrade's Keeper is good. Counting blanks is fine sometimes. These two make sense to me.
it. Okay.
Strange. If
Ghost
we're gonna
Rider
leave,
second look?
I'm gonna move Strange down. Fuck Strange.
Ghost Rider second look, real quick.
Yeah. I think Ghost Rider and Strange at the same level makes sense.
Okay.
Like obviously they both could go down. I wouldn't hate them both going down realistically. I think, but also I it's been a long, and I think this is a mistake for a lot of people, right? I haven't seen Enchantress in a long time, and I would reach for Enchantress before I reach for Classic Strange or Ghost Rider.
Yep. Sold.
Okay, so I'll just scoot them down. Yeah, I don't think they're better than Shadowlands. That makes
Yeah,
sense
they're
to me.
probably about the same level.
Yeah.
They do well in their roles, and that's it.
So then we got Angela, ASM, Beast, Rocket, Psylocke, Vision, Ulik, Spider-Woman, Rogue, Hood, and Domino.
Okay, by this logic, ASM is on the same level as Shadowlands.
I was gonna say the same for Angela.
Yeah, like I would compare those two easily.
I think that's very fair.
Shadowlands and ASM, where they're good in the roles they have. They're never seen outside of those roles. Like just straight up.
we saw them as long movers. Medium. We saw what they did.
Look at these
Early
these mediocre 5 threats just chilling at the top of D. That hurts.
Plus they all went down because they were early in the alphabet, so they got too high. And then
You know,
we got to
it
compare
could
them.
be worse. They could be poor MODOK.
Could be MODOK.
Okay.
Could be worse. They could be Hella.
It could be Hella. But she's not a 5
okay.
threat.
So the other C's.
That's all of C. Or yeah, we
Yeah.
want to talk about the rest of them? Because this is looking pretty fair to me. The only character that
yeah, I
sticks
think
out,
it's fair.
the only character that sticks out to me right now is Ulik. I just think Ulik moves behind the other 4s. Then that's like it, right? Otherwise, I
Yeah.
think it's fine.
Yeah.
I think he's top of the C5s.
He's the only C5.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's the only C. He's the only 5 that deserves to be in C right now. Because like we don't have the only 5 we have in B is Corvus and Supreme. Yeah.
Well, that is true.
And then we only have it's just Juggernaut left.
And then A is so interesting because it's like super high, super low.
All over the fucking place, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Okay,
so and then I also don't think we have a leader in C. So we've either undervalued or I guess Emma.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair spot for her as well, right? Because leadership's like There's an argument for Shadowlands going up to C, but I think he is just his leadership on a stick.
Yeah. And I think Storm, Star-Lord, Miles, Strucker all do a little bit more for their affiliations as characters.
Oh, for sure.
Like they are those affiliations.
Yeah.
Like, those characters like define.
They are
what's happening.
good, and they have their.
No, Star-Lord after his buff is nasty, right?
It's really
Like
good.
Storm, like there's no way you're taking X-Men, you're not taking Storm. You're
Sure.
almost assuredly taking Miles. You're taking Star-Lord. You're probably taking more like 95% taking Strucker and Hydra, even
Yeah.
if you don't intend to play Strucker.
The leadership's just better for him, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're
I
feeling
think-
good about
I
C?
think I think our C feels real good.
Okay. Whoa. What could be happening? All right, let's go into B tier. So we've got Lizard, Strucker, Miles, Star-Lord, Storm, and X-23.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah, seems good to me.
I like it.
And then we have Supreme, Rhino, Kingpin, Captain America, Iron Man, Nick Fury, Reality Corvus, Apex, Agent Venom. Agent Venom can move down. Black
Yeah.
Widow, and Crimson Dynamo.
Spoilers, yeah, I think Age of It actually does move down.
100%. I don't even think he's like. I think he's probably here.
He's probably like, right around Vision. That
Yeah.
feels about right.
That Vision, Spider Woman, Agent Venom setup with Psylocke.
I still think. I think he's
yeah.
better than Psylocke just because of the
that set of
mobility.
that set of 4/4s feels pretty good.
Yeah,
Kind of.
and these are
Right.
all pretty interchangeable.
And they can all do stuff, right?
I think like these two are definitely ahead of the pack, and then these three are
Other 5. Yeah.
somewhere else.
Cool. All right.
Everyone
so
else I
then
think is fine.
Dynamo.
I think
C,
Dynamo's bottom of B.
bottom of B. What about Apex? How do you feel about Apex in this group?
Apex.
So I actually argue
probably
against
down like
myself
that
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like now I'm really thinking about it. He's only going to show up when you can give him power or discount his power,
Yeah.
right? Realistically, and so I think he shows up less than Crimson. I think Crimson's above.
Yeah. I see a ton more Crimson.
No, that's fair. Crimson's more
By a long
self-sufficient.
shot.
He needs support. X-23 obviously is fine. Of
He
these
doesn't-
four
he doesn't-
leaders, I think it's Storm, Star-Lord, Strucker, and then Miles. Like in order of like most effectiveness, like even within their own affiliation, like what they can actually. I don't know. I don't play enough Hydra to like really have
I
a
would-
say in this.
Yeah. I'd swap those two, but I don't think it matters a whole
These
lot.
two,
Yeah.
I think it's fine. I think
Um,
Storm is like undoubtedly the best one here, though.
Yeah.
I
We
think
dropped
it's.
Tooth-
I go for it.
I was just gonna say we dropped Tooth a lot. We're not good enough to drop him down to the C with those other.
No,
fours.
no,
We
he's
just
definitely
went
up here for
He's
sure.
above
No,
that.
he
Cool.
like when he pops off, he pops.
Yeah,
the fuck
him and
Yeah.
Dynamo being above that set feels good to me. Cool.
Dynamo also makes it impossible for like these two to do anything when they're hitting for
Yeah,
dice.
him making them not.
He
go
knew
to
his rapid
B
fire
feels
is so
pretty
hard.
funny.
So then up here, not talking about characters we already talked about. We have, I think we already talked about Lizard, but Black Widow, or no, we talked about all these guys. This order makes
bit,
sense. I think Widow being here is extremely fair. She might go below Lizard, but I think she's cheaper. I think she belongs here.
Yeah, she's cheaper.
Reality Corvus, yeah, this is all making sense to me in this order as well. Supreme Strange, I'm biased against this because I think Convocation is insanely good. He's never splashed though, and Rhino is, so I'd probably move him down a peg. Yeah, I think he has a character superior to these two leaders, so that's why I have him there. Then
Like, just
Rhino
the-
can be
the
top of B.
space is ridiculous.
Okay.
The fact that it's not limited, where he's just like go away, go away, go away.
Well, you can do it twice.
Him in leaderships with power or discounts or whatever is pretty great.
Okay, so we're feeling good
So
about
it's
everything
okay.
from B down.
Yeah.
Take
Think so?
another quick look-see.
Poor Inhumans.
Yeah, truly.
Where things get spicy.
Yeah, this is the real.
We've
real
officially
stuff.
talked about every Inhuman affiliated character.
Okay. With,
So
yeah, I think
here's
we're-
the real shit. Who is bottom of A?
I like
Who's
Bucky
actually
there.
bottom of A?
Panther.
Panther and Bucky seem pretty comparable. Yeah, I think.
I think
Right.
Panther probably is bottom of A actually.
Yeah, he's still extremely good, but yeah.
Toad's over Bullseye, right?
Yeah,
Doing
but
twos.
only
Yes.
just right. Only just. Bullseye
I think-
is damn good, but yeah, Toad is Toad.
I mean, you're like top tier characters now, right?
Yeah, these are the guys.
This is yeah.
So I think Pyro is above Mal just because Pyro will show up more often than Mal does.
Yeah,
The threat.
Sure.
I think
and-
Malekith and Thanos probably belong down here, right?
Yeah, holding hands or whatever.
Yeah, I think that Malekith is a little bit better right now.
Yeah, I feel like Luke, Jugs, and Pyro are right around the same level. Like they'll show up pretty often, and no one will be surprised.
Of those three, I think
Yeah.
the first one for sure is Pyro, Jesus Christ, and then Jugs, and then Luke.
And we feel good about Gwen being ahead of that pack as a.
No, not even a little bit. She should definitely come down. I think Gwen's right around here. She's definitely not as good as Bucky. Gwen's still incredibly good, but yeah, there's
So let's go from Gwen
yeah.
to Kat.
I would say Bucky shows up more than Gwen.
for sure he does.
I would
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, Gwen's hardly splashed anymore these days.
No,
But she's
she
incredibly
really-
good when
yeah.
she is. Same with Panther. Those two fit together. For
That's
me
what I'm saying.
thematically.
Yeah, like undervalued but still quite good. And then Bucky's everywhere. Thanos and Mal have their places. Red Skull is probably above the two of them just for efficiency's sake. Although I still like I think if you're splashing one of the two between Red Skull and Mal, it's probably Malekith, depending on what you need.
Depending on threat math and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And then Cage, then Juggernaut, then Pyro makes sense to me.
Voodoo's Voodoo.
Yeah, Voodoo is Voodoo.
Voodoo above those twos.
Yeah.
You had a Cat.
I think they're right around the same level. Actually,
I actually
I think
agree.
above. I think Cat goes down. Actually,
I think Cat goes right under Voodoo.
I think
yeah.
Cat's below Voodoo.
I also think
Yeah.
Zemo is probably right here, like right below Bucky. Just for like the rogue agent and the rapid fire shot and reaction, I think they're right around each other.
Seems fair to me. What about Sam? I just don't know if Sam can. Sam's leadership is amazing.
I don't think
I would say
I
I
don't
would
think
see
we move
Bucky
Sam.
and Zemo. Well, I would say I'd see Bucky more than you see Sam.
Well, yeah, but
Out of
like,
affiliation.
yeah, but the fact that he is a leader and his leadership is so incredibly good, I think that keeps him up here. And then I think these four are our top tiers, like our S tiers.
Yeah, the quibble is going to be who's the top, right?
I don't think that matters that
Characters
much.
to be-
Like, I don't think we need to
'cause
order it that
no one
much.
would ever be surprised by these characters showing up.
No,
in
these
the
are
roster.
incredibly easy splashes to make for sure. And yeah, like, yeah, this feels right. I think Mystique.
Sam's top of that A group. His leadership.
See,
gives him
but
a
I
little
feel
bit
like,
of
man, I just feel like Toad's above Sam. 'Cause Toad shows it way more fucking.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, where's Toad at? Yeah. Actually, we can just put
I think-
Sam.
I
Let's
think
put
both-
Sam behind the twos.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I think Bullseye's too high. He's still an A.
He's literally
I
the
think
number
he's-
one most taken character in TTS Top Cut right now. Like his
Really?
yes, his
Yeah.
affiliations are like Cabal and CS. It's too
Yeah,
good.
there's 7 Cabals. Yeah.
Yeah. And Cabal's in an incredibly good spot right now. Which hence
Yeah,
you
this
know
all feels
these
fair.
guys. Yeah.
It's
like-
a legit tier list.
Logan and Bill are interchangeable. I think they're both extremely good at what they do. Mystique, I think, is the best character in the game right now, and Hulk is just slightly. I wouldn't even say below these three, just like in his own kind of world, being a sixth threat.
Yeah, we went up by its threat ascending in S.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you know, going wide is OP.
Yeah.
I mean, going tall can be too, but going wide is just it makes the game so much easier sometimes. I think this is legit. Yeah, this is kind of great.
Did we win?
Yeah, I'll put it in the Rogue Agents chat.
Wait, what about do you want to do the hot takes on the characters that we haven't even read yet?
No, I'm not gonna log into fucking tier list maker or whatever.
Oh my
Hot-
God.
Yeah, I think I could just be done. That was fun though.
Hell yeah.
If I can, I might have to log into this so I can download it and I'll throw it in our chat.
No, sure.
All right.
We went through that faster than I thought we would.